Good evening, guys. Today I'll be making roasted bell pepper and tomato soup. Let me show you the ingredients because this recipe is so amazing. So I have one whole bell pepper that I've cut up into 4. I've got 1 carrot and 1 celery that I've diced up, 1 onion and 6 fresh tomatoes. I've got garlic, sea salt, black pepper, and extra virgin olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Step 1 is to put your bell pepper into the oven, which I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to get my oven glove and place the bell pepper into the oven. One thing I love about this recipe is basically nutritional because it's part of your 5 a day. Continuing step 1, I have added 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to put it into my saucepan there. I'm going to heat that up on low heat and basically fry my onions and carrots and celery. Added in the onions, I'm just adding the carrots and the celery now to it. With this stage, you also want to add in a teaspoon of garlic as well. As the vegetables are frying, I'm going to get the stock ready. So I'm going to use an oxo vegetable cube. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper to this stock. The kettle up so I can then pour the hot water to 700 ml. So at this stage we should have our stock ready. Our onions, celery, garlic and carrot vegetables done as well, whilst we wait for the bell peppers to roast in the oven. So I took the vegetables off the cooker so it doesn't burn. Once the roast peppers are in the oven and we've got our vegetables aside, I'm going to cut the tomatoes into 4 little slices. Tomatoes should be cut into mini quarters like this. This recipe makes 2 servings and I've used 6 tomatoes. Pepper is now out of the oven, so we're going to move on to stage 2, which is to transfer this into a bigger saucepan so we can fry our bell peppers and tomatoes for another 2 minutes. I'm just moving everything from my chopping board into the frying pan. So now that everything's in the bigger saucepan, we just want to stir everything all through with our wooden spoon like so and let it just cook together for a good 2 minutes. Moving to step 3, we're going to add the 700 ml of stock. Remember, this is made up of the oxo vegetable cube, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, and we're gonna simmer this for 10 minutes covered. This recipe takes me back to my childhood where in Nigeria my grandma, she used to grow things like aloe vera, tomatoes on the balcony. And this recipe is so fun because in a way, if you think about it, it makes a difference to just having tomato soup because you've got the carrots and the peppers and everything, and it just makes it fun because you've got peppers, tomatoes, you've got celery, onions, and just the everyday tomato soup. I'm just going to add a teaspoon of basil in this because I actually love basil in my tomato soups. With the basil added in, you just simply want to let that cook for about 2 minutes. And at this stage, get your blender ready because we're going to blend this soup. This is what it looks like, guys. Isn't it pretty and so lovely? I can just smell the aroma in my kitchen where it's filled with like the balsamic vinegar, the carrot, the pepperish aroma. I love it. I'm going to now transfer all this into my blender. Now we have the vegetable mix in the blender. We're just going to blend this for 5 minutes. After our soup is blended, we're just going to tip it back into the saucepan and let it cook for a good 5 minutes more on low heat so it gets thickened. It's done, guys. M&S, eat your heart out. So I'm just going to serve this with some toast, and the soup serves too, which is great. So I've got one for lunch tomorrow and one for dinner tonight. Hope this recipe was fun for you as well as I found it. Have a good evening, guys. Bye.